So I just got my Amazon delivery that Sophie's already interested in, so we are gonna unbox it together. I got some stuff for my resin just because I'm planning on making more resin keychains and expanding my collection of keychains that are handmade in general. So I got some stuff for resin that I think is absolutely necessary if I'm planning on making more. So let's unbox it together, shall we? And I've got my trusty little paw. Almost looks like Sophie paw. So here's the goodies number 1. Goodies number 2. And of course the Kit Kat is already going in the back, as always. The best toy ever. Best toy in the world. Should I put it like this? Of course. So what this is like a small vacuum chamber for removing the resin bubbles. I don't really have the space to have an actual big vacuum chamber, so I thought this would be a good alternative. So all it does, it just removes the bubbles from the resin. It already came with some cups, however I got my own silicone cups just because I wanted something that's easy to remove the resin from, because you can squeeze it or flip it around. So I got these as well, and they are reusable, so I can just peel the resin off and use them again. So we are gonna give this a try. I've got a couple keyring designs in mind already, so I will give this a try once I need to make some resin charms. I quickly sketched some designs for keyrings that I want to make, because I just want to start making my own keyrings and have my own collection of keyrings that I handmade and put together myself. So this is the ducky. It's actually Feathers the duck. It's the ducky that I made a sticker sheet from, and I actually made this 3D design of the ducky itself. So this is the Feathers the duck. It's gonna be 3D printed, and it's gonna be around 2 cm size, less than 2 cm actually. So this is Feathers the duck. How adorable is this? Anyway, so that's gonna be this keychain. Then I'll get some flower beads, and I've got this little lily pad. I couldn't actually find a bead that I would like, so I'm actually gonna model this one by hand, because I wanna make a silicone mold out of this, and then I wanna be making multiple of these and maybe put some glitter inside and stuff like that. So yeah, so I'll make this one now. And in the meantime, I'm waiting for my keychains and everything to arrive. My ducks are gonna be printed once I have my resin, and I'm waiting for these flowers to arrive. So that's the first one. So that's the Feathers the duck keychain. And then the second one is gonna be like a celestial bunny in a dark blue theme. I found some beads, I think, with a star, but I still need to research to find the exact bead I want. Then the moon charm and a star charm that I need to order, but I didn't 3D model this one yet. I still need to do this one, but my idea would be to make this in like a semi-transparent dark blue resin, and then just hand paint all these gold stars on top of it. So yeah, this is my first 2 designs, my original designs for the keychains, and I'm just gonna get started on the lily pad now. And I'll be using my Amos clay. I mentioned it in a couple of videos before. It's an air dry clay, and it's really soft, and it's like almost like a chewing gum, but it air dries pretty quick, and it's so easy to work with. So this is basically the texture of it. It's almost like those slimes you see on TikTok, but it's not a slime, it's a clay, so it air dries, and honestly it's like very malleable, so it's really easy to work with. So I'm gonna create some tiny lily pads. I'm gonna leave it dry, and then I'm gonna make a silicone mold out of it. So I don't really like the way this is looking. So another thing I would try, I've got this tiny little broccoli sprouts growing, so I thought I would just try the back of the leaf, but we'll see. Let's try. Oh, that's actually so pretty, wow. So I don't know if the camera is gonna capture it, but you can see all the little details and veins. So this method actually works really well, and it didn't really damage the leaf either. So yeah, scrap this one. I don't like that one, and I'm gonna work on this. So I have made a bunch of versions. I'm gonna leave them dry now. Some of them have better shape, some of them have better veins, but all of these are pretty nice. I think I like this one. This one has nice shape and a lot of veins. Then maybe this one, the veins on this one aren't the best, but I really like the shape. And yeah, I think that's the best of them too, really. So yeah, I'll leave them to dry, and then I'll make silicone molds out of them and see how the resin beads looks like. So the charms are dry at the minute, and I decided to go with these two. So this one I already made a hole in, this one as well, and I really like this one because this one's got a lot of those leafy veins. So I think I'm gonna go with this one at the end anyway, but I'm gonna make silicone mold of both of them just in case. I like them both. And I've got my silicone here, so it's just basic one part A and one part B silicone. Just gonna mix 1:1 ratio, and then I'm gonna secure these on the bottom of my silicone container, and I'm gonna make a mold. And I don't have any double-sided tape at the minute, but I'm just gonna use a glue stick, and I'm just gonna stick these to the bottom just so it doesn't slide around. But yeah, normally I would probably use double-sided tape, but I haven't got any on me at the minute. So I demolded these off camera, and I'm not really sure if I was meant to leave it for a little bit longer. I pretty much left it over the entire night, and it just seems like it lost all the details and it's not dry in the middle. I'm not really sure what happened, so I don't know if I should mix it again and try to mold it again. But the details are still there, so I think I'm just gonna try mold it again and just leave it for like 2 days until it completely cures. I think I was maybe a little bit too impatient, so I'll try to mold it again, and we'll see in a couple days. So I've got 3 batches here of silicone molds. I hope at least one of them will come out good, because the previous 2 were fail. There was no details whatsoever and the silicone was still wet inside. I have kinda an idea to why that happened. So I did this one right before I left to work last minute, and I've done it a little bit differently, so I'll see how these turn out first, and then if this one will come out as expected versus these, I'll explain exactly what I did. Okay, I think that actually went well. The only thing that disappeared is the little dot that was in the middle for the hole, but I think it's too tiny anyway for it to kind of imprint, so that's fine. I can drill it with my drill, but it seems like there's some veins off the leaf, so that's fine. Then the second one, and if my theory is right, the third one might be the best outcome, but we'll see in a minute. And again, I think this one will come out without the hole. Yeah, that's fine. And this one, oh my goodness, okay, this one looks pretty good as well. You see all the little veins and details, so that's exactly what I wanted. So this actually looks like a success. And the tiny little dot is where the hole was supposed to be, but that's fine, we can do without it, I can just drill it. And last but not least is the one that I did before work, and if my theory is right, okay. So this one turned out pretty well as well. This one might be actually the best one, to be fair. And the thing I did differently on this one, I spray painted it with clear coat because the edra clay is kind of like a paper texture. So I don't know if you can see, but this bit is a little bit wet. And what I think happened is I think it kind of dissolved the paper or the clay because it was wet. I'm not entirely sure, but with this one I spray painted it with clear coat. So even when I cure the resin inside, it should be a little bit shinier. It shouldn't be as matte as the other two, but let's see, let's give it a try. I'm gonna put some resin in. And I'll be using the vacuum chamber just to get all the air bubbles out, so I can show you with the resin how it works. So here's my mixed resin. I'm just gonna pop it in the middle, put the lid on, make sure this little bit is sealed because that's where you release the pressure afterwards, and I will just turn it on. And it's automatically set for 5 minutes, so I'll give it a 5 minutes and see. And something you can't actually see from this footage is me putting this for 30 minutes instead of 5 because the bubbles are rising and they wouldn't disappear. However, all you have to do is just to release the tiny little button and it's gonna release the pressure and all of the bubbles are just gonna go flat. So I just skipped through this footage because it actually took me 30 minutes, not 5. So all the bubbles instantly popped once I released the pressure, so next time I know, and I can probably just put it for 9 minutes instead of 30. Oh well, lesson learned. Anyway, so all the bubbles are gone, so now I'm just gonna pour it in the molds. So here are the results, and you know what, I actually expected this one to be my favorite, but because it's so transparent and so shiny you can't really see the details as well as on these. So I think the winners for me are actually the frosted ones. So I actually decided to go ahead with this design, with this shape. So I've got a bunch of these already made, another one's curing. I'm not really sure if I'm gonna go with this color, but I just made a bunch of these for now because I had some leftover resin. But for now I've got a bunch of these and they look absolutely adorable. And I don't know what it is, there's always something so satisfying about having like multiple of items. Does anyone else always have this thing where like if you hold multiple of the same item, it's just like so satisfying? It's like a little treasure in my hand. But yeah, so these are all done, and well, I'll see if I use them or not, but I like how they turn out. I like the veins, the leafy veins. You can see them from the both sides, and they've got glitter in. Yeah, they are just so pretty. So my lilliput leaves are done. So I've got a full army of duckies ready for printing. There's 40 of them and hopefully they'll be the right size. So I'm just gonna clean my resin printer because I've got an old keyrings hanging there for probably a month now. And I'm gonna put these duckies to print. And how adorable is this? It's like a ducky army. But yeah, so I'm gonna put it to print right now. They are so adorable. Oh my god, I'm obsessed. Look at them. Look at the duckies. They're so adorable. Like a little army. They are perfect. I love them. And they actually turned yellow. I was so worried that it's gonna turn green because the resin actually looked green when I was mixing it. But it looks like something chemical changed there while curing or while being set in the tank, and it's now yellow. I don't know, I don't understand chemistry or anything, but it looks yellow and it's actually perfect yellow. It's actually like a pastel yellow, so it's absolutely perfect. I love them. Guys, I'm sorry, but look at this tiny ducky. Oh my goodness, it's so cute. I actually can't handle the cuteness. There he is. Feathers the duck. Oh my god. And this is where I'm gonna end the vlog for today. These are just the snippets from what's gonna come in the next vlog. I wanted to cover it in this vlog, however it will be too long and I wouldn't have anything to put in another vlog because it's summertime and I don't really have the time to do everything because I kind of want to enjoy the sun as well, and I also had my family coming over, so I just wanted to spend some time with them and not worry about recording any videos. So I'll show you my built-in shelves in the next vlog, even though they are already done. And we also streamed for a few times before my family came, so you can see some of the gaming streams on my gaming channel, Ellyonart Gaming, and some of the art streams on my main channel, which is ellyonart. So if you want to see any of those streams, they are already there uploaded, and I definitely plan on streaming more and regularly every Wednesday and Sunday or different day. But we are also gonna go holidays in September to visit Italy and France, so the stream still might be a little bit irregular till then. We will be visiting Disneyland in France. You can expect some Disneyland vlogs. So there is lots of content to come in the future. I just hope it will make sense for you guys because some of the stuff is already been done, but since you cannot really see into my daily and personal life, then it should kind of make sense for you anyways. And I hope those streams are gonna kind of give you more information about my personal life and about myself, since the streams are a little bit more personal than the vlogs are. The ducky keychains are nearly finished. I still need to do some bits and bobs there, and hopefully in the next vlog they'll be done. So subscribe, like, hit the notification bell, and we will see you in the next one. Love you, bye!